Remember, today's date is October 12th, 2010. I'm a second grade teacher at East Washington Academy in the Expanded Learning Program. I have a lot of teachers, educators in my family, and I've always been interested in learning, and I can't seem to ever learn enough about various subjects, and I decided one way to learn more would be to teach it.
Well, Mrs. Brown's a great teacher because she meets the kids at where they are. You know, she finds where the kids are and she pulls them up. She's got every children's book you can imagine, and you know, she has a great love for reading, and I think that really spills over into her class. Everybody reacts to her just kind of the same way. She's so quiet. Her kids seem to turn out to be very quiet in the class. You know, they react to her like they want to hear every word she's going to say because what she says is important. And you know, I think the kids buy into that, you know, and they are grasping for what's going to come out next. What do they get to learn next, and what do they get to see next?
I'm very project-oriented. Anything that I do, I like to use a lot of different outside project ideas with whatever it is I'm teaching the kids. We just won the Scholastic Grand Prize for a book that my students wrote and illustrated last year called Vincent van Gogh's Cat. Each one of my students chose an artist and a portrait and illustrated it as Vincent van Gogh's cat. So that was one of my very favorite projects. We wrote this, we sent it in to the Kids Are Authors contest, and we actually won the grand prize.
You know, Mrs. Brown, for one thing, her classroom library, you know, if you walk into it, you can see that literacy is very important to her. When you walk into the class, kids are engaged in learning. They're doing something. You don't have kids who are putting their head down. Kids are engaged and they want to learn more.
I have a philosophy, and it is to take the ordinary and make it extraordinary. Make whatever they're teaching come alive in the classroom. Make it personal to the students. We have a lot of testing that we have to do to make sure that students are learning what they need to learn to go on to the next class. And that can be ordinary. Every day we're doing ordinary things. We can also take that ordinary and do something extraordinary with it. We can teach it in different ways. We can make it more exciting and make it memorable.
Probably the biggest thing is we just want kids to succeed, and every teacher that's in our building wants kids to succeed, and Mrs. Brown's just a good example of that. And I think teachers that are new coming into the education field need to see teachers, you know, master teachers, perform their art, perform their craft, and Mrs. Brown does it excellently.
Teaching second grade is fun because they aren't afraid to just say what's on their mind. And I'm always learning from them, and I'm learning, there are things I still want to continue learning. You know, I have taught for almost 25 years, and each year brings something new, something I never could have imagined or fathomed in my wildest dreams. There's always something new happening, and I love it, and I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather do.